I came to Cambridge from London, well, if you can call Twickenham London. And when I first came here, I found Cambridge really sort of white and a kind of Englishness that I had not experienced for a very long time.
حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. This is for you, Allah, solely for you.
The difficulty is that mosque has grown. When I first came here, you didn't really notice it. On a Friday, there'd be some men standing around in the street for 10 minutes or something at lunchtime. Now, particularly during Ramadan and Fridays, it's just overgrown the space it's got.
Can you move from the street, please?
I don't know that it's a particularly weird place to have a mosque, but I think it's an inadequate place to have a mosque, given the number of Muslims there are around, and the fact that if you Google Cambridge Mosque, that place comes up rather than one on the outskirts. This is a very sort of liberal area full of academics and students and so on. So in a way we're very tolerant. Well, I've lived here for 20 years now, and lots of people now drive into this mosque, and that of course is part of the parking question. I don't actually expect to be able to park outside my front door. I knew there were double yellow lines there when I moved here, so that's life. If you had normal parking out there, then people would pull up and park and probably go away and leave their car there overnight. The problem here is that it's a double yellow line, supposedly nobody's parking there, and that means they're pulling up and going away. There is some difference of opinion at different times as to what people are actually doing when they park out there. Some people say that they're going to the mosque, and some people say that these people are going to the shops and cafes at the end. This can appear as though there's sort of one law for one part of the community and one law for another.
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وقال تعالى: والفجر وليال عشر. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: الحجاج والعمار وفد الله.
The problem is that this can be construed as being a problem of a bunch of racists living around the mosque.
My name is Sayyad Makij. I'm Khatib of this mosque, which means I'm leading Friday prayers. Friday prayer is an obligatory prayer where all Muslim male adults need to attend. It is a very important junction in our community. It is a very important time of the week. We do not know the exact number of people who come, but we have noticed for the past many years the building is packed. And of course that is something to do with the actual building, the structure of this building. And we are very much limited with the space, and we have been limited for the past many years, and that is why our new mosque project is very vital for us. We really need a new premise, a much bigger, larger space where we can move activities like Friday prayer. Once all the procedures and the documents with the lawyers and the council have been signed and agreed upon, we can actually start the building of the new mosque.
Cambridge is it's a great city because it's small, but it has a lot of diversity in it. I think Mosque Road is kind of it's a distillation of Cambridge, where you have this diversity is really quite strong, and we have the mosque next door. We have problems with it as well because it is quite a, it's in a residential area, and it has grown, kind of it's reached its capacity, and even people who use the mosque and manage the mosque say that it's actually unsustainable.
What's it like living so close to the mosque?
Quite difficult to live with the noise, with the comings and goings of cars, because up to, I don't know, 300, 400 people at peak times. And for me, it's not so much the daytime use, because I'm at work, or during the day it's just city life, that's fine. But it's nighttime, because they pray every 4 or 5 hours. It's the nighttime use that I find most troubling, really. So I wake up most nights at 3 in the morning when cars park outside, and there's double yellow lines, so it's actually nobody's allowed to stop or park, but people do. There have been a few instances where I've been abused and, verbally abused and threatened in front of my door when I ask people not to park. Oh, there's like a whole host of cars out there. Do you want to have a look? I don't really want to be filmed out here. I don't feel comfortable. Sweet.
Because
No.
This is because I come to the mosque daily. This is something that's
it's
embarrassing
Carlos.
for me as well.
It's Carlos.
Yeah, but this is embarrassing for
And
me.
I said it as we went out because I watched them and they went down to Carlos.
Because I overheard you when I was walking from here.
Yeah.
And this is actually embarrassing for me.
Yeah.
Like the people like me who park there legally.
Yeah.
And there are few guys who do
It's
that.
always the bad eggs. It's about noise, and it's about respect. And if that's not given, so it's not actually about a religion or where people come from, or that they're immigrants. I've heard people say to me, "You just don't like us because we're Muslims," and it's like, no, because you park on double yellow lines.
Community's grown, yeah, for when we started off as a few families, and now there's probably about 4,500 Muslims in Cambridge. So yeah, I've been here for 35 plus years with my family, still going strong. I'm actually quite a practicing Muslim, so I do pray 5 times a day, and having a mosque close by gives me the opportunity to go to the mosque every prayer. Sometimes our people that do go to the mosque aren't considering the neighbours, they're leaving their doors or their engines running in the mornings when they shouldn't be. But most people within the mosque try their utmost hardest to try and accommodate people and try and be nice to their neighbours. But the answer to that, hopefully, is the fact that we've now arranged a building plot just down the road here for an actual purpose-built mosque. So hopefully that will then solve the problems and issues that we're having in this locality.
I have thought about leaving, but my life is here, so it's not really feasible for me to leave Mawson Road. For me, it would like leaving the city if I had to live in a different street, because all my social network is here.
We're not members of the English Defence League. It's just that we tend not to like being woken up in the middle of the night. I mean, the ideal world for me, if I'm still here, when that is, would be for that other mosque to open quickly, and this one to stay open and merely become a small mosque as it used to be. And I don't know whether I would want to live in another part of Cambridge, although sometimes, you know, the traffic and the parking and the noise, you think it would be a good idea.
Okay, so parking. We know which particular taxi drivers are concerned, but then I'm very happy to send a letter.
The residents of Mawson Road, it is understandable that some people will find it difficult to comprehend why such a large crowd, a big number of people is attending this small premise here. We are not perfect, no one is. We are very eager to learn, to improve. So we encourage them to pop in whenever they can. The doors are open to anyone, especially our neighbours. So I encourage all the locals, the Mawson Road neighbourhood, to come and see what we are doing in the mosque. We are trying to be a positive addition to this area of the city.
You know, you just told us all. Thank you very much.